over, seeking out the most tasty, the most exotic, the most extraordinary the world has to offer. Taste, Try, Travel dives deep into the ocean of judgment and presents incontestable, indisputable final thoughts. The 3x3.
Oh my God, you have like a book full of notes.
I wish these were more powerful because that would be funny then. And that just looks weird, me doing this. I don't wish the person who in the sky who controls eyesight. I was kidding. Don't make my eyes worse.
Okay, hello. We are Chris and Beth with Taste, Try, Travel, and this is...
Hold on, let me put my stuff down.
This is our review.
Review?
Oh, I lost it there. All right, so we are on MSC Meraviglia in the Yacht Club, and this is our 3x3 bang review. We tell you three things that each of us will tell you three things that we really liked and three things we didn't like or necessarily weren't our preferences. Yeah, and we're going to talk just about Yacht Club. We might deal with some of the whole ship because we still are on the whole ship. But it's going to be coming from our viewpoint of being Yacht Club.
On the Yacht Club. Since this trip was booked in the Yacht Club, we're going to stay in the Yacht Club, except one of mine isn't in the Yacht Club.
And for the first time ever, we are doing one of our 3x3 reviews in our stateroom.
Yeah, because usually we're too cheap. Well, we're not. We love interior rooms. But it also is cheap. It's always cheaper.
Like we're sitting on
so we don't
own.
have room.
I know, but we're like on our couch. We have the door open if you can hear the waves. I just have so much room in here.
Like there could be like a basketball game going on behind the camera right now. There's so much room in here.
So we did bid, and we won our bid to an interior Yacht Club suite. But when they assigned us a room, we ended up getting a deluxe balcony suite on deck 16, which is like the hub of the Yacht Club. So.
Wait, as they say in the Yacht Club, hoity-toity.
No, they don't.
Oh.
You know, they didn't know who we are, so it's not like we got any of the bid or this room upgrade necessarily because we have a channel. It just, that's how they do it.
Maybe they found out I was really good at Yahtzee, and they're like, we better upgrade that guy. He is really good at Yahtzee.
I don't think so.
All right,
let's
Enough
start.
of that silliness because everybody's now turned off this video.
So we do not know each other's answers, and
that's why we got to do the rules. Were we starting the rules and got completely sidetracked there?
Probably. We're starting the rules. We don't know each other's answers. We each have to list 3 of our likes and 3 of our dislikes.
And it has to specifically do with the ship that we're on.
Not necessarily the sailing, because we want it to be applicable for when you sail Yacht Club.
Right. All right. Who's going first?
You are going first because you have so much written down, and I have like 3 words written down. So
this is, we're going to start with we always start with our dislikes.
Yes.
And believe me, we always say it's hard because we enjoy cruising so much to come up with dislikes.
It was really
extra hard in the Yacht Club to come
Mine
up
are
with
pretty
dislikes.
ridiculous, so.
All right, I'm going to start. Here's my number 1 dislike. MSC, God bless them. We really enjoy MSC.
We do.
They don't have a clue how to make anything that has to do with technology user-friendly. There is a feature that they offer for Yacht Club, which is if you go up to an elevator and you press your armband, on the little sensor, there's an elevator that is supposed to come and then take you to your floor of choice.
It says service priority on it.
Yeah. Before it makes any other stops. This is now our 7th day on board.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue how that works Because
Nobody
we've
does.
never, nor have we talked to anybody, been able to get it to work. We press it and it's just
Like,
an
ding.
elevator shows up.
And then like one in the back shows up. So it feels like it's not really honestly doing anything.
Yeah. And then you get on board and you're supposed to scan it again and then press a button. And we've done
Go
that
directly there.
multiple times and it always stops on another floor.
Yep.
Always.
It's like it doesn't even read it.
Like I said, God bless MSC. We love MSC. But their website is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Trying to hook up to the internet is, you gotta be
You have a master's degree in
Einstein reincarnated to hook up to the internet.
It's not
on
that
there.
bad, but there's several steps that they all know.
Listen.
But you wouldn't be able to necessarily figure those out on your own.
I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But I do a lot of technological stuff with computers and editing and stuff like that. I know my way around a computer a little bit.
Yeah.
It's baffling. They're like, oh yeah, you go here and you press that button and then go over here and you press that one. And then you put in your number here and then go to the app and press that button. And it's that easy. What? What did you do?
I don't know if this is going to be brought up, so I'm just going to throw it in super quick. When you get off at Ocean Cay, something good to know is you have to like disconnect from the ship's Wi-Fi before you get off the ship and then reconnect to Ocean Cay Wi-Fi. And if you don't do it in that order, sometimes you can't get Wi-Fi on Ocean Cay. That seems a little...
Yeah,
Anyway,
if you didn't enjoy that whole baffling process when you first get on,
You have to do it all over again.
do it all over again on when you get off on Ocean Cay to try it again.
Okay.
All right, that was my number one dislike. What's your number one dislike in the yacht club on Meraviglia?
Okay, so one of them, and I actually brought a prop.
We both brought props.
Can you see this? Look away, Chris. Is this amenities? The like lotion, shower
bathroom
gel, all the
stuff.
bathroom stuff. It's not really high quality. And I'm really surprised. I mean, I guess it's okay for regular, but you would just think in the yacht club it would be a little bit nicer. The shower gel in the bathroom is so watered down. It doesn't even, like, you have to use a ton of it and you're like feeling ridiculous. It does.
Get my elbow. Or my other elbow.
It does. I mean, it's called Med by MSC, but like even these little things are like so cheap that like if you just saw, like I tried to, look away, Chris. I tried to just open it and it's just everywhere. It's like not good quality. Like I said, this is super, super nitpicky, but it'd be nice to have some,
Right, look away
Chris.
again.
It would be nice to have decent lotion since I always just rely on, I never want to bring my own shower stuff. I want to use what they have. But I was surprised that this is like not even like that great a quality.
I didn't know that. I didn't
Look
even,
at my hand still.
I didn't even
Look
use
away,
any.
Chris. See, like it hasn't even.
Stop that. I did notice that the shower gel is ridiculously watered down. You have to pump that thing about 80 times to take a shower.
Yeah.
Anything else about your number one like or dislike? I'm sorry.
I'm keeping mine short and sweet.
All right. Okay. My number two dislike: priority embarkation at the ports
How about it?
is promised, but I don't think it exists.
Or we may not have known enough about it to know where to go.
We got off at Nassau and we got off at Ocean Cay. We didn't get off at Port Canaveral.
Right.
Those are our three stops on this trip. But at Nassau, there wasn't a line. So we just boom right on. In
Ocean Cay, there was.
Ocean Cay, there was a line.
Pretty big line.
And there's no. You just got in with everybody else. There was no yacht club. There was no yacht club on. I mean, that kind of sounded confusing. There's no
up.
place that says this is for yacht club.
Right.
At either one of the at Nassau or Ocean Cay. At Nassau wasn't
a problem because
a problem.
There was nobody really. Cause we got on a little earlier.
Yeah.
So.
But at Ocean Cay, there was a line, so we were in line for about 20 minutes. it's really not a big deal. We're used to that on cruises anyway.
Exactly.
But if they're going to advertise that in Yacht Club, they need to have a separate entrance for
And it's funny
Yacht
because
Club.
all week long they start to get you used to this whole concept of you don't wait, we're going to escort you. You know, they're constantly saying that and encouraging that to use the butlers to get you places. It probably was longer than 20 minutes to get through
It probably was.
that line.
Just so you know, I walked up to everybody that was in line and was like,
Oh, he did it. No, he didn't.
But nobody moved.
No, he didn't. I would not let him do that.
Nobody parted so that I could walk on the ship. They just made me stand in the back.
Maybe we just didn't see where we were supposed to get back on. So
Maybe we didn't, but I was looking for signs everywhere, and I
Yeah.
didn't see any signs.
And there was really no one to ask either. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, one person directed us, but he said,
just go.
go to that far one where everybody else was. So
Yeah.
that was my second dislike.
Okay.
What's your number 2 dislike?
My number 2 was, and I don't know if you're going to say any of this or not, but I felt that the shows in the Broadway theater were very forgettable. And it makes me sad because when we were on Seashore, they were some of the best entertainment that we've had on cruise ships. And are you frowning because that's one of yours too?
Yes, that was my number 3 dislike. But that's all right. I'll piggyback on whatever you say here.
We really enjoyed that aspect of MSC being so different and fun on stage. And it seems like the stage shows are now like every other cruise line. They're just sing, dance, da 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 da. And it was just a bit forgettable. There's nothing that I was like, oh, that we want to like say, oh, you know, this was exciting to see. I can't say any of that, and that makes me so sad.
MSC, forget your sun that's your logo,
Yeah.
that's your mascot. Every once in a while you
sun,
see
yeah.
a dancing sun out there. You need that steampunk Humpty Dumpty as your logo.
Nowhere.
And he needs to show up in every show and dance in the background. He was nowhere to be found. I'm going to take a second because this is also my number 3 dislike.
Okay.
And I'm going to scold every person that has said they don't like MSC Entertainment because it's weird. Well, guess what? You got your way, mister. I hope you're happy.
And now it's
Because
just
now it's so not weird. It is so ordinary. Some songs and some dancing, which is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
But MSC stood out because they just went wild. They went wild with their shows
With their
and had
costumes
exactly.
and- yeah.
They had fun. The songs didn't make any sense whatsoever with the theme of the show.
But I feel like they kind of embraced that and did it so good.
Yes, I'm going to make an appeal to Mr. MSC himself, who decides about the entertainment on. Forget all those people that don't like the weird. That's what made your shows great.
Be memorable.
That's what made it different.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you
Yeah.
remember those. I don't even remember the first show we saw because it's just a bunch of songs and dances, like which I said is fine, but I don't remember it because it's like blends in with every other cruise I've ever been on.
I know.
And saw. But you know what? I remember the shows from Seashore from last year because they stood out and were so much weird fun.
Yeah. All right, that
All
was
right.
your third.
That was my 3rd dislike. So what is your number 3 dislike? Yacht Club Meraviglia.
I really struggled finding a third one.
Yeah, did you come up with one? Or do you not even have one? Is this now with... Wait a
I
second.
have
wait a
one,
second.
but it
a
sounds...
3x2.
No,
Bang!
no. But it sounds so ridiculous when I say it out loud.
What?
The bathrooms in the suites are all marble, and it's real marble. So marble countertops, marble floors, and
We might be taking home the bathroom from our suite.
oh,
Oh,
but the marble, because it's real, is cold, and so it's always cold in the bathroom. He's gonna hate, and I feel weird saying this.
that's your third dislike?
So when you get up like in the middle of the night and have to use the bathroom, it's freezing. The floor is cold. I gotta put slippers on.
All
That's
of you
horrible
who,
of me, isn't
who
it?
vote to,
I couldn't find anything else to be sad about.
all of you who vote to kick Beth off the 3x3s from now on, raise your hand. That was your third dislike?
Well, my other one was lousy
Yes.
water pressure.
You have-
I mean, that's kind of boring too.
You have chilly floors in the bathroom.
Hold on.
listen, no.
There literally was nothing else I could find, okay?
That's what I was just about to say.
Nothing else.
I was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. It is really tough because they pamper the pants off you
Exactly.
in the yacht club, so it is tough to find a dislike in the
I
yacht
had a
club.
really hard time.
All right, I'll
I'm
let you.
so sorry. That
All
was
of
pathetic.
you who vote to let Beth have a pass and back onto the 3x3s,
Thank you.
raise your hand.
Thank you.
We need to take a break so that we can change a battery, and we'll be right back with, hold on, the likes in the 3x3. Bang! I have to move out of the way.
Out of the way, Chris.
All right. 300 million South Americans can't be wrong. They love that Fanta stuff.
This is just stocked in our mini bar. I feel like we didn't make good use of this
We
week.
didn't. That
I just
literally
discovered all this today.
is the first thing that I've opened in the minibar.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we can't include the crew in our likes, but
Oh, goodness.
know that the crew is number one, always. I mean, it seems like on every ship we're on, and of course it's no different with this crew.
But I'm going to say something real quick that I really noticed. We spent some time in the Marketplace buffet, playing games and enjoying some pizza there. And I told Chris, I said, this seems like the happiest group of crew. This seems like the happiest group. I mean, they were laughing with each other. They're always very nice, but they seemed like they were very happy and enjoying what they did.
Thank you, crew.
Yeah.
I know there were a few that said they were going to watch this, so
Yeah.
you guys were awesome.
Yacht Club
You're
crew
really
above and beyond, yeah.
the one and only true like. I just want to mention that because I like to mention that I appreciate the crew
course.
so much
Yeah.
on these cruise. All right.
100%.
All right, who's going first with the likes? This is my number one. Sorry, I look like a grandpa doing this. And I'm not. I don't know what the anger was for right there. The coffee in the yacht club.
I can agree with that.
Let me just say, it seems like on every cruise I'm on, brewing a pot of coffee is akin to assembling the first nuclear bomb. For some reason, nobody can get it right.
Well, even like on Celebrity, there was like, it was good some days and bad in other days. Like it never was consistent. Ever.
Exactly. It was a complete crapshoot as
Yeah.
to what kind of coffee you were going to get.
Yeah.
Was it going to be sludge? Was it going to be dirty water? Was it going to taste kind of like coffee?
Right.
I'm telling you,
It was consistent and it was good.
yes, it's delicious.
Plus, they had the non-dairy creamers
Yeah, you throw that in there.
all over the ship too. So even if you're not Yacht Club, there was and I was really surprised about that. So like even in the Marketplace buffet where all their coffee is, they had the big pumps of Coffee Mate.
Yeah.
So
So I like that because I don't necessarily.
need
My-
all the extra dairy. But what was really nice too that the iced coffees were pretty fantastic too.
It was good, no
Yeah.
matter what coffee you ordered.
Time of day, who did it,
It was
for
consistent.
you?
It was delicious.
Yep.
Not one single bad cup of coffee. I wasn't afraid.
Yeah.
On other ships, like at breakfast, I'm
Ew.
like, yes, I want coffee. No, that was. All right,
Okay.
that was my number one. What's your number one like? Yacht Club Meraviglia.
Okay, a lot of times we book interior rooms because we like the darkness. I like the darkness. I consider myself a professional napper, and so I like that. One of the things that we don't typically get balconies is because
We are antisocial trolls, is what she's saying.
you can't ever block out all the light. The curtains in this suite I want at home.
Yeah,
They cover
pretty
the
incredible.
entire wall,
Yeah.
and it's complete blackout curtain.
It is. When that thing
And it's
shuts, you
We-
can hardly tell there's sunlight
We slept
outside.
till 10 o'clock the other morning because this room stayed so dark that long.
Yeah, you can't tell. You
No.
really can't. You have to look at the very edge, and it looks just a little bit
little bit
lighter
lighter.
than the rest of the curtain.
And so then all we had to do was one morning we wanted to make sure we woke up early to get some filming done, and we cracked the curtain open, a little bit. Sure enough, we were up at 5:30.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
So that's just
incredible
That's
curtains.
just one little thing
They
that's
pr-
amazing about this
They
suite.
probably weigh about 800 pounds, I'm
Yeah.
sure, because they're
Well,
so
it's
thick.
two. There's a dark, and then there's it's two layered, so that's why.
All right, my number 2, like on the Meraviglia Yacht Club. Speaking of the rooms, I love the location of the rooms in the Yacht Club.
Yes.
There is I can't even imagine sailing not in this particular room ever again, even though we will.
We're on the 16th deck, and so we're right, 40 feet from the concierge, 50 feet from the bar and the snacks in the lounge. If
Exactly.
that, stay on floor 16 if you can. It's the best.
Out the door and
Chris, I'm going to go get your coffee. Hey, I'm back with
Back.
coffee.
if not only are we close to that, we go up one deck, restaurant. So we just go 40 feet up one deck, restaurant. 40 feet up 2 decks, pool.
Pool.
That's really nice. Even nicer. Well, I don't know if even nicer, but for me, even nicer. I don't know if you guys, if your bodies are like this. I can't be the only person in the world.
What?
When you're away from your comfortable bathroom, your body says, nah. Public restroom?
No.
No. That's off limits. My body just shuts down. When I was younger, my mom used to be impressed that I could go so long without going to the bathroom, like on big trips. Like she'd go 4 times, and I'd be like, I'm good. It's because somehow my body just
Shuts down.
Just is like, nope, no public restrooms. So I just want to say,
You're
I'm
always-
20 seconds from
Yeah.
my nice,
No matter
comfy
where
bathroom.
wherever you are in the yacht club, you're so close to your room.
So that's my number 2, and that's an important one for me.
Okay.
Is the location of the room. It won't get better. I think we've achieved the pinnacle of room location,
We
unfortunately.
have. And we didn't have anything to do with it. We were just assigned this
Yeah,
one.
exactly.
But
We
if you
didn't-
have a chance, pick something on the 16th floor.
What's your
All right,
number 2?
My number 2
Like,
is okay, so you already know that Ocean Cay is our favorite private island.
Yep.
We book these kind of cruises so we can go to Ocean Cay.
love Ocean Cay.
The continuity of service when you're at Yacht Club, seamless. Your butler walks you out, you get on the little trolley to take you there, and your butlers actually are out there. Your waiters serve you lunch at the restaurant. Rodalyn, who's ours, was around helping. She was doing all kinds of stuff. You have that same rapport on this little part of the ship. And then it's just like that extension on Ocean Cay. You
Yeah.
see the same people. They know you. You can have nice conversations and you can laugh. And it's just really
It felt seamless.
that surprised me. I guess I didn't really think about who's going to take care of us on the island, because when you are not Yacht Club, you don't necessarily, obviously they send all their people out too, but you don't have that same connection with all of them as we do here in the Yacht Club. So when you think about the Yacht Club part of Ocean Cay, it's not just you have your little private beach or your private restaurant. No, literally the entire Yacht Club moves to the beach like this, the maitre d' was there in his shorts, like doing some of the serving, and Alan, the yacht club director, was out there greeting everyone. So it just kind of like all moved out onto the beach, and then when we were done, it all moved back here. Perfect.
Top notch.
Perfect.
Exactly.
All right, what you got?
My third and final like for the yacht club.
Do you want a Fanta, 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 Fanta?
Fanta.
Fanta. Fanta.
I think that dates us. That was like the early 90s or something.
Everyone's like, what are you doing?
What's those guys doing?
All right.
All
Is this
right.
your third?
This is my third like.
Okay.
It's kind of, give me a second, because it's kind of a concept. It's kind of the intimacy of the yacht club. Let me read this real quick, what I wrote. You see the same crew, same captains, same officers, same passengers. So there's a familiarity, I can't even read what I wrote. Familiarity that is lost on today's mega ships. You know your name, you visit the same places, you share the same experiences, eat from the same menu. I wrote, I know I sound like a broken record, but on the past with much smaller ships, past like the history of cruising, that existed for all passengers.
Everyone. Yeah.
All passengers had the same experiences. And I missed that kind of cruising. That was kind of like when I started to cruise. That's what cruising
Like
was
more
like.
traditional cruises
Date
where you
me
would
even further than the 90s.
where you would go to the same dining room table and you get the same waiters. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was one show. Everybody went to see that show.
Yeah.
There was one band. Everybody went to see that one band. There wasn't 15 things happening all over the ship. And it's so nice to know that that type of cruising still exists. That makes me happy that it still exists.
Yeah.
It makes me sad that
You have to pay a lot.
you
of
have to
money
pay
for
a
it.
lot to experience it.
But you can experience it.
But
still.
you can still experience that. It's
Yeah.
so nice to go see other passengers in the yacht club, and we all kind of had the same type of experience during the day.
Yep.
So there was
we can talk about
there was
it.
a familiar. I mean,
yeah.
it's nice to hear about other experiences. I don't
Yeah.
want to put that down at all. Oh, you did that? That sounds neat. But it's also nice to feel that old way of cruising where you just kind of you got in and you felt like you were part of that group. We're this group that's on this ship and we're experiencing this ship together.
That community.
And that's what I want to say, because I said this in our misconception video. Our yacht club is not what you think it is, which is,
Right.
I'll link it right up there. I think it
Or
appears
here.
somewhere
Or
over my
there.
head.
Or
Anyway,
here.
that when I read Yacht Club, and I haven't been on it, that I was thinking hoity-toity,
Right.
snooty yacht.
Yeah.
But I think it feels smaller. It feels more like a yacht and less like a giant ship.
Yep.
And I so enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be sad that I'm not mega wealthy and
Can't
I
afford this all the
cruise the
time.
yacht club constantly.
Okay, it's my third.
Number
I think
3.
This was a really good one. It totally ties into exactly what we were just saying. And Chris and I have been talking about it all week. It's the Butler service. Again, nothing what we expected to be. Rodlin is our butler. What is
/ friend.
Who's is it
Ronald.
Ronald is the assistant butler. And when Rodlin is on break, he takes over. It's such a cool concept because it's that team is not just room steward. They take care of anything that we need. The room is always exactly like we say that we like bottles of water. And so they leave bottles of water out there and then they put each one like on our bedstand, our nightstand. Just that extra little touch of service. Sometimes Chris had his bathing suit drying outside and we come back and it's like all folded neatly. So they really take care of you, that extra step, I think. Don't ever think you can't cruise in Yacht Club because you don't want to, you have those perceptions like we did. It's so relaxed, so friendly.
It never felt awkward, and that's
Never.
kind of, I was wondering whether it would feel awkward like a butler,
Well, she did come in like...
Never.
Yeah, she came
ever
in
felt awkward.
on our embarkation day, and I think she was probably in here for like 30 minutes. She was just telling us how things work, what she can do for us, and I think that we, being our first time, I don't think we actually even experienced it as much as we could have.
Probably not.
There were people who requested certain foods to always be in their room.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I know. Some people had always had chips and fruit, and they would, so I don't think we ever even asked for anything except the water.
Exactly. Could I have some water?
I know. We don't know. We never made any special requests with the maitre d' for a certain type of meal. So there's a huge part that we haven't even we just dipped our toes in.
We'll have to come back.
So I think there's part of the yacht club we haven't really experienced yet. We were just happy to be here this time.
I'm just happy to be here. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah, great.
We haven't even begun to talk about the food. We're not going to on this because we're already going off too long. The food was impeccable. I've eaten my weight in bread and pizza already.
We definitely did not order a pizza a piece every single night. We didn't do that.
A box of pizza a night.
We didn't do that. So don't even think that we did. And we sat around in our underwear at midnight eating a box of pizza every single night. We didn't do that. Nope.
The bread.
You said you weren't going to go on about the food.
I'm not going to. We're going to end right here.
I have to say, just real quick about the bread, and then we'll end it so that you guys can take a potty break. Out of the two of us, I eat the bread at home. Mm-hmm. She didn't eat bread. Mm-mm. She ate my bread 3-1 on this cruise.
I took advantage from day one. I've been eating bread with the beautiful butter, with the salt that they provide. The salt and the butter situation is A-okay on this ship. In case you're wondering.
And on that buttery, salty note, we have to end this because it's going on
it's time to go to dinner.
Ever. We're going on forever.
Yes, but thank you for watching this entire series. If you haven't, please go back and watch it. We had some really fun experiences here in Yacht Club. And please subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah,
Did I already say that? I don't even know.
Tell us what you loved about Yacht Club. Did you have a bad experience? Because we didn't have one.
Right.
Not one.
Yeah, so let us know if this is something you would consider doing or if you just think it's too expensive.
And if you are considering doing it, whether you would just bring along a fella and a gal. Just if we could maybe tag along.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there if you got an extra 10 grand laying around.
Thank you so much for your continued support. We will see you guys when our next series comes out. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.